Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sibuka ama reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhulume ngama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it's your first time joining me today and you happen to like my content, there is a subscribe button la ngezansi and a notification bell if we want to get my notifications uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sengiwufakile. Guys, there is a join button for those who want to join membership kule channel lena, kanti futhi ke there is a thanks button if you want to thank the channel kule if you want to thank the channel ngemali. Okay, and thank you so much to everybody that watches adverts on this channel. You guys, I want to talk about our girl Ntando. Nonkanyiso did Real Housewives of Durban season 1 and season 2. Of course, we do not know for sure, but there has been reports that she has not been casted for Real Housewives of Durban season 3, which I think that it's unfortunate because she is one of my favorites on Real Housewives of Durban. I'm still not so happy about that. And she's also known for being the mother of a child of our former president Jacob Zuma, and of course the relationship is interesting to a lot of people because of the age difference between the two of them, you guys. And my understanding was that there had been tension between Yena Unonkanyiso and her father because of the way that isn't always done when Ubaba Umsholozi koka ilobolo luka Nonkanyiso. We know what it's a usual thing, you guys, when it comes to abazali and raising kids. Sometimes your parent might be present or not be present mausakula, but one thing that happens is that when it comes to amalobolo, there's always somebody that comes to claim that, and there's always somebody that's gonna say this person should have received it, or I should have received it, not this one, or whatever. There's always that, even if you have absolutely no one growing up as a child. But masulochola, there's always ubakhona umuntu that's gonna take that money, that's gonna take amalobolo. I think ubabwakhe as well has had ama disputes in terms of how the lobolo negotiations were done, and then they ended up having that tension between yena kanye no LaChonco. So there is this article that came out right now. Apparently he is talking about how he is not happy about where his relationship with his child stands right now, but we're gonna go through the article together so that we can see if it gives us any details really as to what is happening right now with their relationship. Okay, so this article comes from a Daily Sun, and it was written today 4 hours ago by Umavi Ngcobo. It says, LaChonco's dead. It's clear my daughter hates me. Okay, that's unfortunate that he is saying that, but we also know with some parents sometimes they can be they can do that emotional blackmail thing. But let's see what's making him make such a sad statement about his daughter. Okay, he thought he was standing his ground as a father, but little did he know his wound. This would ruin his relationship with his daughter, which is broken with no hope of being mended. Today, the 94-year-old father, oh wow, he's that old, of a Real Housewives of Durban star, Nonkanyiso LaChonco, is afraid he will die with a broken heart. Talking to Daily Sun from his home in Pietermaritzburg, KZN, Chonco said he has been trying to mend things with LaChonco, who seemed to want nothing to do with him. He believes it's because he got angry that the damages paid by former President Jacob Zuma went to his daughter's mother in the Eastern Cape. I miss my daughter, but it's clear she hates me. I've been trying to reach her since 2018, but she blocked me on all communication platforms, he said. He said he is sick and could die anytime. There is a picture of him here, you guys, with holding a picture of LaChonco. While LaChonco was very young and skinny, you guys. It says, I'm sick, I feel weak every day, and sometimes my eyes get blurry. I can die anytime, but I am afraid if I die now, I will die with a broken heart, and I will not be a good ancestor to Nonkanyiso. Was I wrong to be angry when things were not done according to our culture? Was I supposed to keep quiet? I don't know. All I know is that I need to reconcile with my daughter so that if I die in peace. Nonkanyiso is my loving daughter. Please, Nonkanyiso, my loving daughter, please come back home. Let us talk and put things behind, as he said. Okay. Nonkanyiso's dad said, LaChonco is lucky she still has a father. I raised Nonkanyiso. She went to the best schools. The English that she speaks on TV is because of me. I also pray for her well-being. I burn in pepper and ask the ancestors to watch over her and bring her back home. But these past few days, my ancestors visited me through a dream and told me they won't accept her if she dies because she has deserted them by deserting me as a father and also her home, he said. He said that he doesn't want LaChonco's money as her siblings are taking care of him. I only need her to visit her old man and iron things out, said the father. LaChonco's stepmom, Toko, 76, said the family loves Nonkanyiso. Her father is always talking about her. I sometimes see tears roll down his face. We only see her on TV. But I pray every day that she visits us. We miss her so much, said Toko. But when called for comment, LaChonco said she didn't want to talk about her relationship with her father in public. I'm sorry, I don't want to speak about this in public, she said before hanging up. Her mom, Nombuso Tusi, said LaChonco is old enough to make her own decisions. Please talk to Nonkanyiso. She's old enough to make her decisions, she said, you guys. Listen, one thing about parenting relationships can be very complicated, you guys. And for somebody to get to a point where they feel like they want to cut off their parent, I don't think that a person will just do that when just one incidents happen. You know, a lot of the times it's a lot of things that happen and you get to a point where you feel like, you know what, I will be better off without having this person in my life, you know. So like, I'm looking at this situation. Her father looks like, it sounds like he was never married to her mother. So he is married to someone else. So it looks to me that she might have been raised by her mom. You know, from the article that I read before, part of her life she lived with her mom and part of her life she lived with her father, you know. So maybe even in growing up, there are times where she felt like her father was not there for her. We do not know, you guys, but obviously there are things that have happened in this relationship that has made LaChonco feel like she prefers her father not being part of her life, you know. That's why she has blocked him, you know. But one thing about our parents, you guys, I feel like a lot of the times it's hard for them to take responsibility for the things that they themselves have done wrong when they have done their children wrong. So it's hard for them to say, you know what, I made a mistake here, I shouldn't have done this, or come and tell me what I did wrong. And when you tell them, they are able to accept it. So I do not believe that it would just take one thing for Ulasi to say that she does not want to talk to her father. But at the same time, it is sad to read this story, you guys, because obviously we don't know everything about their relationship. We hope that she does pay her father a visit before he passes. When they start talking about death, sometimes our parents talk about death just in trying to manipulate us, you know, when they are emotionally blackmailing us to do what they want us to do. But sometimes your parent starts talking about death because maybe death is closer, and then you're going to have this thing that I should have just gone and seen my father. I should have just had that conversation with him. So only they know what's best for them. But I wish that she will go and visit him maybe and just have a conversation with him. And also, I don't even think that it helps for him to be going to the newspapers, but maybe the father was feeling like this is like the last resort for her to get the message to her. But yeah. I'm just thinking, you guys, that she's got sisters. So if he really wanted to send a message to her and he can't speak to her directly, he could have spoken to her sisters or spoken to her mother and said, listen, speak to Nonkanye. So I just want us to have a sit down and, figure out to go to what is the problem with this whole thing, because I do want us to come back together. So I feel like even going to the newspapers might actually upset Ulasi, and end up not fixing anything with her father. But it's really sad to read this article, you guys. Anyway, it shows some celebrities now, but they have the struggles that we have, because a lot of us do have certain struggles when it comes to our parents, especially the fathers. But we hope that it gets sort of somewhat resolved before he passes. We're not hoping that he passes, but it's such, they are so fortunate actually to have him still alive at 94 years old. So I do hope that something gets resolved there, you guys. But that's what he's saying, you guys. And it looks like Ulasi didn't want to give her side to the newspapers. Maybe she will probably call her father or go home and have a conversation, and maybe they won't even share with us. But I hope that something positive comes out of him trying to send that message to his daughter to say, listen, I miss you and I really want to talk to you. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona. Tell me what you think about this issue in the comment section. You guys, do you think that the father was right in going to the newspapers with this particular story? What do you think is the reason that Ulasi has decided to cut off all communications with her father? And what do you think should be the next step for her to take in this situation? You guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.